So I've got a couple questions for you. So for the first one is, you used to have a take on abortion where you said that not only should women not be allowed to have abortions, but you said that they should have to take care of the kids if it was like if the cause of the pregnancy was rape. Do you still have that position, or did you change it?
Was this with the vegan gains debate?
I think so, but I think
When did I say what? Because I don't remember ever saying that women, like, I was never in favor of making abortion illegal, even in my really anti-abortion takes, even back when I was like conservative.
okay, I do remember you did say something to that effect when you were talking with Jacqueline Glenn, and I think like it was a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
it's probably it's that's a really abortion is one of those things that I've taken a big step back from trying to debate on, mainly because it is such a complicated and philosophical discussion to be had. Like, I definitely still see abortion as being largely immoral and unethical, considering that you are like killing a life. But I also recognize that there's nuances there when it comes to people who have like obviously suffered and like been assaulted or whatever. I think it was, if you isolate it purely and you have to make a choice, then I think that ultimately the more moral decision there would be, yes, to have the baby and then maybe give it, put it up for adoption if you don't feel that you're suited to be a parent. But that is not something, that's not like a prescriptive judgment that I would ever make or tell someone else that they have to do it that way. I'm just saying, in a hypothetical where that was the two isolated factors, then yeah, that would probably be the answer.
So do you think that your values changed since when you were conservative? Like, did your any of your stances on your did your moral compass change? I guess is part of what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, I mean, of course, to a degree, not really too much with abortion. I've my opinions on abortion have pretty much stayed the same. I just feel like I have a little bit of a better understanding now of how to curtail abortion, I guess. But yeah, like, of course, I mean, I used to be a lot more motivated by fear with the hatred I had towards like trans people and like Muslims and stuff. And like, yeah, I definitely think that my morals have like changed and adjusted or whatever.
I mean, like, for example, my position on like Islam is that I never like hated them the way you did when you used to be conservative, but I saw them in the same way that I saw like other religions like Christianity and Judaism, that they're really restrictive on what humans are allowed to do, and I didn't like any of them. But
Yeah.
but like I remember like you kind of like used to be conservative, and then you became kind of more left wing. And there was another YouTuber, I think her username used to be Tree of Logic, but now she goes by Just Tree 411. And a couple of months ago, I asked in her stream like if she would be willing to talk to you, and she said yes. And the reason why I brought that up was because back like in around 2016 and a couple of years after that, she used to be like alt right, not just conservative, but like alt right. But then when she got into a whole controversy with Candace Owens, where Candace Owens had a website called what was
Social
it?
autopsy.
Yeah, Social Autopsy. What happened was Just Tree 411, she's conservative, and one of her cousins that didn't like her put her personal information on that website that had her like address and other things on it. Just Tree 411 used to be a federal prosecutor, and what she was afraid of is people that she put in prison would find her and murder her. And so
Yeah.
she got into a whole thing again with like Candace Owens, and a whole bunch of her fans turned against her. Like a lot of her like alt-right fans like turned against her, and so she went from
Yeah.
kind of like drifted away from like the alt-right, and now she's more into the conservative. She's still a conservative, like a right-winger, but she's no longer like
Yeah.
alt-right. uh Basically my question, to put it simply, is would you ever be interested in talking to her if she ever like offered to put you on her conservative debate panel or whatever? I don't know if she still does that.
Yeah, sure. That'd be fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The other question I wanted to ask was last year when dealing with all the George Floyd riots and whatnot,
Yeah.
you made a video. I don't remember which video this was, reacting to a PragerU video. Now, this was the take that I thought you had that was like particularly bad, where
Uh-huh.
you were mocking, I think his name was like David Dorn, for like defending a pawn shop from rioters and looters. Do you
Yeah, kind of. That's sort of what happened, but go ahead.
do you take that take back because that was like one of the worst takes I've ever seen you have. No offense.
Well, did you see that take in the whole context of it? Like, did you know what I was doing there? Like, I wasn't actually mocking David Dorn. I was simply kind of parroting the conservative talking points, which is whenever a black man is killed by police, right? Like George Floyd, it's always, oh, he was on fentanyl, or oh, they always make excuses, right, for the death. And so I was simply using that same logic with David Dorn. I don't actually think that David Dorn like deserved to get killed or anything. Of course, what happened was absolutely terrible, but I'm not sure if you saw the full video or if you just saw the clip posted by some individuals that don't like me. But yeah, it was more just kind of supposed to be like a joke, like kind of making fun of the conservative logic there.
Well, I mean, I saw it from a certain YouTuber that doesn't like you, but I couldn't find the original video.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I know I know that's where you saw it from, and I'm not like blaming it on you or anything. It's just that I know that person is not going to be interpreting what I'm saying accurately at all. That was very clearly me being a sarcastic, making sarcastic jokes about how whenever conservatives, they justify the death of people, and then I was kind of doing the same thing with David Dorn. I would recommend checking out my video. It's called Defending My Hot Takes, and I actually go in depth on that and give a little bit of a better, holistic view on there.
Okay.
But I appreciate you coming on, man. I hate to, I said this to the last person. It always feels awkward when I have to kick the person, but I do need to move on to the next guest.
All right. I'm just glad I got the questions I wanted to say. All right.
Yeah, man. All right. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Have a good day.